Welcome back, I'm Freedom Fluffy, and today we're going to start in the port with my Tier 6 Ryujo. So, like I've said, it's going to be a multiple part series, and because I just don't have enough time to keep playing. I would love to, though. So, I'm working through it, and I don't have the full hull. It just gives you more maneuverability and a lot more anti-aircraft guns. Well, considering where you sit at up here, with only 12, then you go into 36, I believe 41, yes. So, like I said in previous videos, I like to keep my fighter squadrons as like a distraction to save my torpedo and dive bombers. So that's why I'm on Module 3, so I have my fighter squadrons. And like I said also in previous video, I also upgraded them so they can survive much longer. But I'm starting to second guess that for Japanese aircraft carriers at this height and tier, and just say screw it, because they're just not doing the job they used to. They just can't keep up. Not by speed, just in dogfights against other, mostly American fighters. They're just outnumbered and outclassed. So I might experiment with that and switch it over. We'll see. So I still have to upgrade my dive bombers because they're still going to be useful. Working on it. As for upgrades go, I have these two. I know I didn't work up the line like you're supposed to, but this just seemed like a must against other aircraft carriers that like to hunt you down. So you can turn into those torpedoes a little bit quicker. So that's always the worst. And then I also did this for my fighters. And when we move over to my captain, I did the exact same thing, because this is my captain from all the way up my tier 4 Hoshu. So I obviously got situational awareness, and then increased torpedo reload time, because they've got to turn and burn. And then I increased my dogfighting capability, and I'm starting to second guess that now too, at these kind of tiers. So that's what I'm sitting at right now on this guy. And as you can tell, I have some experience, because this replay that I'm about to show you happened just before this, and I wanted to upgrade it after. I know it's confusing. So anyway, let's get on to that replay. Alright, so here we go. I've already got all my planes queued up for getting out of here, and I'm actually queuing them up on a single ship, another ship, not mine, somewhere that's heading to the front lines, because it seems every time I try to send them to an area just to scout around and like cover in an area for a pre-attack, they usually get attacked by fighters. So at least they have some sort of anti-aircraft protection when they get when they're above a ship, but they're still going toward the enemy. And it also makes them one big group. So when I do make my attack, which you're about to find out in my show, they can all go together. So I was going to go to my southern island here, then I noticed my entire team is going north. You can just tell by the ways that they're going center to north. So I decided that that I needed to change my little tactic and go behind the middle island. And nothing really actually happens right off the bat here. Too exciting. So I noticed this destroyer up here, so I start sending all of my attack aircraft on him. And here's a target of opportunity. Not a priority target, but you know, target's a target. Take down planes, less damages. So the other aircraft pilot starts retreating them, which is fine, and I don't want to get sucked into behind enemy lines. And then I saw that torpedo bomber in the minimap, so I'm trying to cut him off. So that one is definitely more dangerous than the dive bomber for sure. Here goes my little cutting across. My attack aircraft aren't doing much, so I can micromanage right here. And I send him in once when he turns them around. See that he turned them. And I was like, okay, go in. Now I can concentrate on my attack. Feel like I did my job, trying to protect my fleet. So I'm trying for an all or nothing attack here. My ally just dropped a lot of torps on that guy.
Waypoint reached.
Group 3, we're under attack.
So I'm trying to get my angles here. And I think I get a little greedy. I'm trying to aim for both of them. That's when I realized that they have really good anti-aircraft guns, as you can tell when they spread apart. That's when the anti-aircraft fire does its job, scaring the pilots. So I just drop them in the best spread I can and hope for the best. Not a perfect attack because it's really behind enemy lines, so there's a lot of AA in the area.
Waypoint reached. Autopilot mode.
So my fighters did their job. They shot down 5, but I actually lost a lot of squads there. I lost 4 and 5, I do believe. So now I'm turning around again. This is when I noticed that my allies switched directions for some reason. I don't know, it might have been something that went in chat or something. They all went south now. So I want to follow right behind them. Now I'm going back to my original island. Yay! So here's the boring part. Waiting for my aircraft to resupply. And just relaunching them on another ship. As you can tell, I'm putting them all on this cruiser. I think I actually switched that up. I think I switched them to the battleship up ahead. It's closer. And usually battleships have more AA. Unless you're an American cruiser, because once when they get past the Phoenix, they start getting really good AA. Like the Cleveland, I do believe has really good AA. It's just all the top of my head.
Ready for takeoff.
It's ironic, I like playing cruisers as well, because I like the prospect of shooting down a lot of planes. Kind of the opposite of what I do when playing an aircraft carrier. I take down aircraft. It's another thing I like to enjoy. Because let's be honest, it's pretty cool seeing an aircraft burst into flames and hit the ocean. It's really cinematic. Okay. So this is actually a perfect attack run. I was pretty impressed on this. I didn't expect it to be so good. So I'm sending in all my planes. One big group. I'm gonna put my fighters halfway through to help on their retreat, or if the other aircraft carriers notice, and try to intercept. That's what I use my fighters for anyway. Distractions. So I was thinking about going with the front one, but he's getting a lot of fire from my allies, so I continue. I'm going to do a follow-through attack with all of my attack aircraft. Here we go. So I held back number 3 to get a different angle, because he's going to turn. Right, so that's why he went off further to the right of the screen. And here we go. Look at all those hits. Already caused flooding. There we go, and it's gone. That is textbook. That's how this aircraft carrier should play, and that's why I'm contemplating getting rid of my fighter squadron. Because that would have made my first attack run more effective. So I'm sending my fighters up north because I noticed that's where their aircraft are going. So I couldn't stop that torpedo bombers, but these dive bombers, I'm going to make sure they don't return home.
Autopilot mode
So I want to follow right behind the fleet, just in case, because there's only a battleship behind me.
Group 2, target
And there we go.
destroyed. Group 2,
Shot down.
awaiting instructions.
Now, I'm going to keep my aircraft up because they've only wasted one bullet, so it's not a big deal. And my squadrons are now ready, so I'm going to launch them. Basically, I launch them all at the same time and just want them to all be together. It's my theory that their tail gunners will actually support each other underneath with all the ships, AA, if they do get under attack. And I think I lucked out on this game. The American fighters kind of ignored me, went after my allies instead. To the most part. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I lost a lot of planes. But surprisingly, I carried quite a bit on the Ryujo? Ryujo? I think that's how you say it. Sounds about right. Just gotta wrap your tongue around it. So, I'm going in for one of my last attacks of the game, and thinking I was gonna go after this cruiser. But by the time my planes get about halfway, I realize, shit. That's a lot of gunfire. Oh, look, a destroyer! Well, I'm heading in that direction anyway, so screw it.
Group 6, we're under attack. Group 5, taking fire.
So dive bombers go straight in, and torpedo bombers. Now, this is something that I wish I actually had in-game chat at the time, because if I did, you'd be able to hear me losing my shit in about another 30 seconds or so. Like, this was terrible.
4, we're under attack.
I was assuming that I was gonna force him in a line, like cattle him in between my torpedoes and then cross, right? And this is where I'd be losing. This is where I lost my stuff, because like, okay, number 3 didn't drop their torpedoes. They just did a loop. They're still doing it. And I'm not sure if it's because of the destroyer's little fighter there or not, but they just would not drop. Okay, and there's a loop, and there's a loop. So I've already missed my opportunity. And now I'm just dropping them out of spite. I don't really care now. My main attack is gone. My being able to force him somewhere. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta walk away from your failures. I'm pretty sure that was my fault. So now I notice I was supposed to actually hold shift there to bring that up. That our flag is almost capped, and they're screaming it in chat, of course. So I'm basically trying to send everything at once instead of bringing them all in the air, collecting them together, and then attacking. I don't have time. But somebody reset. And I said, screw it. I'm already heading that way, so just send everything anyway to sink them.
Maintaining present course.
Now the only problem is that I didn't factor in. I didn't factor in that it takes a lot of time for aircraft to get to the one side of the map to the other. This is why I like moving with the fleet, so I'm up close. But I ended up falling behind because I couldn't multitask that much. Yeah, if you look on the mini-map, it's just, I'm so far behind that there's no way. I don't think I do much left in this game. Oh, this is where because since I sent them out one at a time, I have time to do manual drop for dive bombers. It's much harder, I think, than torpedoes. So I'm trying to do a manual drop. And there we go. But then it went into
Group 6. We're
their
under
AA,
attack.
did a great job, and I was like, screw it.
Enemy. Group 6. Approaching target. Group 5. Returning
Because
to
once
ship.
one of your pilots are scared,
Returning.
it's over.
Taking fire. Group 2. Awaiting instructions.
Alright, so I kind of make a weird mistake here. I shouldn't be dropping my torpedoes at this guy at all. He's too low of health, there's a lot of incoming fire. I should have went for the higher damage by just pulling my planes back. Look at that. But they were already dropping it by that time, and I was like, what a waste. So I made a few mistakes, and here's just a little dogfight trying to take what's last of this aircraft carrier so I can't watch any more planes. Is the idea. So now I want to bring my aircraft carrier close to the action to get my planes back up in the air as quickly as possible, so I can just get more damage at this point. We're winning clearly. I just want to get a little bit more damage for a little bit more XP. Yeah, here's me just playing with it, because I'm basically waiting for planes.
Group 6. Ready for takeoff.
So Group 2 was destroyed, which actually flabbergasted me, but it might have been a lot of assistance from that AA of the aircraft carrier. So I'm launching to do a group attack again, and to be honest, I didn't really need to. So I switched my tactics by just dropping what I can, where I can. You can see I did a cross on that guy instead of lengthwise, because I assume I won't be paying attention when they drop the bombs. And it's a destroyer. You can change directions really quickly.
Maintaining present course.
So, but it's pretty low health.
Waypoint.
So I feel like I'm just picking up scraps now.
Maintaining present course.
And I just go for a direct attack now. It's like, okay, he's obviously not changing directions. He wants to get a torpedo strike before he dies. That was poorly aimed.
Group 6. We're under attack.
Destroyers suck. They're so hard to hit.
Returning to ship. Group 6. Awaiting
That's probably why
instructions.
people like playing them. So now I'm just trying to fly everything there. The battleship in the south there obviously is dead. So this is actually pretty much the end of the match. I'm scrambling to get attack aircraft out there. But look at all that fire. My team did phenomenal this game. I wasn't able to pay attention to see what the actual ships were doing. Because damn, I have enough of my own problems. Great torpedo strike. Obviously, my ally knows how to hold alt. And that's the end of that. And, so here's the post-game stats. It's definitely not an award winner, but it was pretty decent. I just gotta do more of that textbook attack like I did on that battleship. That's all, and I'll see you in the next video.